I'm going to be singing Chi por aquí, chi por allá, en la ranca de Pepito, E-I-E-I-O. McDonald has been planning, E-I-E-I-O.
This is the last video in our webinar series, and as I did at the beginning in the video, starting stage 2, the collaborative work, sharing teacher feedback on the preparatory activities, and at the beginning of this blog, stage 3, by sharing teacher feedback on the collaborative work, I'm now going to start by sharing teacher feedback, this time on the multilingual performance. So this feedback was collected at the end of the second performance. In the introductory videos, I've shared the calendar sample, which is the real calendar, the timeline we followed in our pilot school. So I will remind you that we completed this pilot project in just 4 weeks, so 10 sessions spanning over 4 weeks and 2 performances. So at the end of week 3, this is after session 8, we performed in the school. So we performed in Whinhill Primary School, and there we had around 300 pupils in attendance. In addition to the pupils of participatory skill, we also welcome pupils and teachers and head teachers and language coordinators from neighboring schools. Then we had another week, this is week 4, and with 2 rehearsal sessions. And at the end of week 4, so this is after session 10, we perform in a theater in Glasgow in front of an unknown or unfamiliar audience. Not completely unfamiliar, because our parents, once again, the families, were in attendance. Further to having families and other schools that also came to join us and see us perform with their EAL teachers, with their teachers, and a wide number of head teachers, deputy head teachers, etc. We also have language policy makers and representatives from very important institutions. So we had representatives from Education Scotland, the British Council for Scotland, the European Commission for Scotland. We had postgraduate students, we had undergraduate students, student teachers, teachers on placement, newly qualified teachers. We had over 100 people in attendance to the second multilingual performance. And this feedback I collected precisely after the second performance, when we thought that we will not perform again, at least in front of an audience. This is important because the third performance happened a year later. We were very lucky to be sponsored to go to the Scottish Parliament and again perform in front of many teachers, head teachers, and language policymakers and representatives, main language stakeholders, agencies, and cultural institutes. This time from the east, mostly the east of Scotland, and all the representatives or representatives from the same agencies in the Scottish Parliament. So again, we had presence from the British Council. We did have presence from Education Scotland, and sadly not from the European Commission, as it had already closed by then. But it was absolutely amazing. We were privileged, and it's an experience we will treasure for life. And I do not want to give the impression that this teacher feedback was collected after that. So here, the important thing is that teachers recognize the link created with the skill and home. And this really is the perfect segue into hearing that feedback directly from the parents of some of the participating pupils.
My child chose to be part of the multilingual programme The World is Our Stage. In a very short time, she learned words from 5 different languages by singing a popular nursery rhyme in a fun way. The group she was in included children of all primary school age, and they worked together and helped each other learn. It gave my child confidence and was a great achievement seeing her perform in front of others on the stage. Proving song, rhyme, and working with your peers makes learning new languages a breeze. It was a positive experience, and I would highly recommend taking part.
So this project was something that was so special and so unique at the time. It was incredible that I was able to see my daughter's confidence increase dramatically in her ability to express herself through language, and it was incredible to see that and all the other children in the school growing and developing throughout the whole project. It was absolutely fantastic. Could not recommend it enough.
So thank you very much, Tracy and Lucie, for sharing your feedback with us. Also, I haven't acknowledged the presence and contributions of academics and researchers during the second and third performance. Thank you. Now I would like to leave you with the last video, this time from Andrea Wieler-Goodbrand, one of the two directors of the Language Hub, who also partnered with us in this multilingual adventure. Let me leave you with Andrea.
My name is Andrea Wieler-Goodbrand, and I am one of two directors of the Language Hub in Glasgow. We've had the pleasure of participating in this project, and I saw 3 performances of All the World is Our Stage. The premiere, a show in a theatre, and then the performance at the Scottish Parliament. I cannot stress enough how impressed I was by seeing translanguaging in action, and also by the confidence the children had performing in a variety of languages. I was also lucky enough to have been able to speak to some of the actors, the primary school pupils, and it was wonderful to see how much they enjoyed participating in this project, and how much passion and love they had for languages and for communication. Most striking to me was a conversation I had with 3 children, and 2 of them learned from the other words in this boy's heritage language, which they found really interesting and enjoyable. But what was the most wonderful thing to see was the pride and joy in this boy's eyes. He had the possibility to showcase his heritage language, not only to his peers, but also in front of an audience. And that was just amazing to see. I definitely recommend the participation in this project. I think the confidence and the love for languages and language learning will accompany these children for life.
Thank you very much, Andrea. And this is it, really. The only thing that I have to say is thank you to Whinhill Primary School pupils, school teaching force. What a language dream that school really is. Special thanks, of course, to Mrs. Ruddy, head teacher, and to our funder, Creative Multilingualism. We are very excited with the plans to move the project forward with more partners when this is possible again. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you would like to join in this research, if you have some feedback about the resources, if you would like to contribute more resources, or if simply if you want to have a chat. And if you would like to have a peek at the fabulous work of our pupils, keep watching now, because we have added a few snippets of the multilingual performances at the end of the video, and also at the end of the first introductory video. Until we can see each other in your schools, please stay safe and all the very best wishes. We are all together in this. Muchísimas gracias. Adiós. Adeu.
I'm going to be singing All MacDonald Had a Farm in 4 different languages. A taffy smoky golden, E-I-E-I-O. You MacDonald had a hen, E-I-E-I-O. Petit cochon, laissez-moi entrer. Non, il dit que heaven. Alors je vais souffler. Souffler. Pretty, good not fit. oink,